What's up everyone? Welcome to this brand new channel called Orangutan Reacts. This is where I will be reacting to all sorts, like Family Guy, South Park, funny videos, YouTube videos, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, you name it, I will react to it. First of all, we will start with a YouTube video, and this is from a channel that I can't remember, but we might review more of their videos, but this video is called Are You Above or Below Average? Whatever that means, guys. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. Average? How do you know if you are above or below average? This is going to be quite interesting because how do you know that? Personally, I don't know that. Do you know if you're below or above average? Let's find out. Let's.
This episode is supported by Skillshare. Do you ever wonder how you stack up to others?
Yeah,
For example, in North America, if you're a male who is taller than 5'9" or a woman taller than 5'3", then you're above average. And if you weigh less than 88.3 kilograms and 74.7 kilograms, then you're below average. Worldwide, however, humans actually weigh 62 kilograms on average. If you read less than 12 books a year, you're below average, but avid readers likely inflate this number, with 4 books per year being the most common number reported. And if you can read faster than 300 words per minute, you're above average.
So wait, if I don't read 12 books a year, which is actually quite unlikely, but like if you don't read 12 books a year, you are below average? Which is probably true in a way, but still, 12 books. I know like 12 books to some people may not be a lot, but come on, 12 books. I mean, if you're talking like big books like Harry Potter books, and you know you're not a very fast reader, I mean 12 of them, the size books they are, that's a lot. That's a lot, so let's...
40 words per minute, and you're also faster than the majority. If you finished a bachelor's degree or higher, you're above average.
40 words per minute? I mean, first of all, how do you know that, personally? I'm always typing away, but like, how do you know how if you type 40 words per minute? I mean, I don't know that. Do other people know that? I don't know that. Do you? Hey, please tell me if you write higher than that.
But if you don't finish high school and you're from an industrialized nation, you're far below average, with only about 10% not finishing. If you're a man who can bench press more than 135 pounds, you're stronger than many, and if you're a woman who can run a mile in less than 7 to 10 minutes, you're faster than the others. If that tires you out...
Sorry, running a mile in 10 minutes? Tell me somebody that does that, please. Except from athletes, I mean, who does that? So yeah, God, I don't run a mile in 10 minutes, tell you that.
And you sleep more than 6.8 hours, you're getting more than the majority. And if to wake up you're drinking less than 3 cups of coffee per day, you're below average. Still thirsty?
I'm sorry, they've got to understand that not everyone drinks coffee. I mean, I'm sorry, but not everyone drinks coffee. 3 cups of coffee in the morning? God, could you imagine it? Could you imagine it? If you say, you're right there, Johnny, and Johnny's had 3 cups of coffee, I'm alright, you know, could you imagine that person having 3 cups of coffee, 3 cups of coffee in the morning? God, that's a lot of coffee. Obviously in America, coffee's a big, is a big thing. Coffee is like bigger in America than it is over here. Tea's a big thing here, but I don't really. I went down a line of coffee, and I'll tell you something. It's bad.
Drink 3 to 4 cups of water a day. Too much fluid make you pee. If you're urinating less than 6 times a day, you're below average. And if you have...
So if you don't wee 6 times a day, you are below average. This is going to make me think now. God, oh God, I haven't weed 6 times a day, I'm below average. This is a load of rubbish. I mean, I don't know how many times I weed a day. I think I weed more than that, but is that still below average? I don't know.
bowel movement today, you're probably above average based on surveys, but these are not necessarily reasons for concern. The average person farts around 14 times a day, which is around 500 to 1500 milliliters. Have a family? If you end up having more than 2 kids in your lifetime in most of Europe and North America, you're above average, but if you have less than 6 children in Niger, you're below average. And if you're watching more than 5 hours and 4 minutes of TV each day, that's more than most. That's about the same amount of time the average person spends on their mobile device. But if you're a teen and spending less than 9 hours a day on media, you're actually under the average. The average person also simply touches their phone.
I'm shocked, to be honest. Oh, right. So if you are, that's average, right? Yeah, on your phone or watching TV for 5 hours. But if you are watching that much and you are a teenager, that is below average. What a load of rubbish. Aren't we all the same? Shouldn't it be a one set number for everyone? I understand that teenagers are always on their phone. You're probably right. Oh my god.
2,000 times a day. Think you're smarter than the average person, or better at driving? How about having better health, memory, or being a better friend than the average person? Turns out the vast majority of people also think they're better than average in a phenomenon called illusory superiority. It's a cognitive bias where people overestimate their own abilities and qualities.
Illusory superiority. I don't think anyone's come across that word. You might have. Tell you something I haven't. God. Illusory superiority. What a word that is.
With one study revealing 87% of students at a university surveyed rated their academic performance above the median. Interestingly, people with lower IQs tend to overestimate their IQ, while people who actually have above average IQs tend to underestimate them. Men are also more...
Yeah, I hate that. I really agree with this. I hate that, this really smart person always getting A stars and they go, I really worry about the exams. Sorry, I should be worrying. Who barely gets a C or barely gets a B, and these people are like, I'm sorry, but if your average is getting an A, I'm sorry, what you worried about? Getting a B? I'd love to get a B, I tell you that.
Estimate their IQ by 5 points, while women underestimate theirs. Perhaps most shocking is that in cognitive tests, even the lowest scoring groups predict that they're above average, showing a strong illusion, and researchers believe it's because those worst at the task are also worst at understanding the skills required to do it well. This paper actually won a Nobel Prize in 2000. In the words of Charles Bukowski, the problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence. If you'd
I think that the reason for that is because you're built on this thing at school, or you can do well, or you can do well, or you can do well. The reason why that is because the people who are low academic are always supported because you're doing less well. But the higher people, they underestimate it. But it's to do with schools and how the teachers do that. Because if you are not as good, you need that support, or you're just going to give up. E.g. why they've got more confidence. Because if we didn't have the confidence, I think it's a good thing having the confidence if you're less academic, because then you want to learn. So guys, that is it. God, I don't know now. Am I below average? Am I average? Are you below average or above average on this video? I don't have a clue. Thanks for stopping by and watching my new YouTube channel. If you did like the video, please like, please subscribe. If you didn't, don't. But there you go. Bye bye.